Hello there, I'm Brian Cameron from the Scottish Field magazine. I'm here at Hawke and Hunter tonight. We're celebrating the Summer Whisky Challenge. We've had 48 whiskies which have entered, which is one of the biggest fields we've had for a long time. We're very, very excited to invite some of the dads along for the Father's Day Whisky Challenge, where they will be sampling all the winning whiskies tonight. And we're looking forward to meeting them, having a few cocktails and a bit of fun, so it should be a great night.
The Scottish Field Whisky Challenge was set up to showcase the best of Scottish whisky, and what we've tried to do this year with the Summer Challenge is try and get some new expressions coming through into that challenge. So we opened up the applications to the industry in about April time, and we were really lucky to receive 48 new expressions, which was fantastic. And now we have our panel of judges who have blind tasted all the whisky, and the results are in, and now tonight we're going to celebrate those winners. We have a pool of 10 judges in total for the Whisky Challenge, and 3 of those judges are coming along tonight. We've got Julie Trevisan-Hunter from the Scotch Whisky Experience, Darren Leach, who works for the Whisky Shop, and Regis Lemaitre, who works for Regis Whisky Mad.
The fact that we've went through 10 years last year of the tasting and we're now into the 11th year, it's a credit to the challenge itself, to the thoughts that got together, or to the people that came together in the first place, which were really the whisky merchants in Scotland that got together with Scottish Field and put the thought and the tasting in motion. And the fact that we 11 years on and it's still going, I said that this is just brilliant. I mean, we do this because we love whiskey, we do this because we want to have fun, and it's a great thing to be part of.
What we've decided to do this time for the Whisky Challenge is to invite some of our readers along, and because the Whisky Challenge is going to be coming out around Father's Day in the magazine, we decided to get some of our readers along to taste the whiskies as well as people from the industry.
Well, I'm very lucky that I have some great friends that live in Huntly, and they very kindly pay for us to have the field each year as a Christmas present. So of course I've been following the Whisky Challenge through that, and when I saw the chance to take part, I couldn't resist really. Being the chairman and a piper of Eastbourne Scottish Pipe Band, we do tend to have the odd dram now and again, so I've tried more and more whiskies, and slowly now I've really started to get a taste and understand them a bit more, though I'm a real amateur really, but I feel my taste buds are starting to come alive to whiskey.
I do subscribe to the Scottish Field, and I was looking through, I think it was March's edition, when they did a wee article about drams for dads, and my daughter looked at it and says, "We should put your name in." And she did the wee email to yourselves saying, "My dad's an ideal candidate. Not only are we the whisky boys, but he's my dad, and he would suit the bill perfectly." And then a wee while later in came the email saying, "You've been selected," which was wonderful.
Over the last month, the judges have been tasting all 48 whiskies. Now the judges have got no idea what they're tasting. They're literally sent a small sample bottle with just a label on it and a number, and that's all they have to go on, so it's really quite exciting. We're very unique in the fact that we're completely blind tasted in our whisky competition. So now all the results have came in. The judges score out of 5 for each whisky, and basically the whiskies with the highest scores are the ones that we're tasting tonight.
We've been involved in the Whisky Challenge since day one as one of the first 3 retailers who got behind the Scottish Field, as we believed in what they were trying to achieve was the right way forward in doing a very transparent challenge. It's judged on the quality of the product, not the packaging that goes around it, so you get into the heart of the product. People are becoming more knowledgeable now, and that's the benefit from quality magazines like the Scottish Field, who write about the product, and people are looking at that and saying, well, yes, I want to get it. Just like foods, you think where foods come from in the same period of time, people's taste buds are being pushed to the limit.
And if this is what Ben Nevis are doing, fantastic. Possibly as well, I found straight away that this was quite a peaty, quite turfy for a Ben Nevis. I didn't know until it was reviewed, but all my tasting notes led towards being something quite turfy and and certainly more peat and more smoke. When I realised it was a Ben Nevis. There is some Ben Nevises out there that you would get some of those characters from, but I believe if this is the case, they're probably doing something quite young, a wee bit more peated, mixing it with some older stuff and coming up with this.
So this is the Glenglassaugh, the manager's legacy, and obviously with no knowledge of it whatsoever, I'm having to look at the bottle to find out how old it is and when it was distilled. So it's a pretty incredible whisky, distilled in May 1967 and bottled last year, 2010. The notes that I came up with from this one here were bitter cherries, cassis, lots of spicy notes. It's lovely to see a whisky of this age and this pedigree that's not been completely dominated by wood, and it takes some special kind of casks and a really particular kind of spirit to be able to mature right through to an age like this. There's not many that can do that. So it really is a particularly exceptional cask that's been bottled here. I obviously loved it, and everybody else on the panel I think did as well. And it's one of those fabulous whiskies whereby the promise of everything that you get in the nose that just develops and develops and develops does exactly the same on the palate. So you've got that lovely balance of both. And this is one that I think I remember my tasting notes that you just have layer upon layer upon layer of this lovely mouthfeel and lots of different flavours that come through. Obviously lots of spiciness, but those lovely rich notes of prunes and plums and fruitiness as well. Just about every spice I think you can think of, from aniseed to ginger, cloves, cinnamon, all that kind of thing, coming through a bit on the nose, but really coming through when you taste it in the palate as well. And of course the most fantastic finish too.
If you would like to get involved or want more information about the Scottish Field Whisky Challenge, then go to whiskychallenge.com or email editor@scottishfield.co.uk.